Everything you say no. Welcome to our team call. Cool. Well, I'm so glad you guys are joining us tonight. I know a few more are popping on as everybody kind of settles in and gets their kids in bed or gets in their sweatpants. And tonight, I thought it'd be really fun. So Allie and I met in a push group that they kind of pieced us all together in. And I think I just randomly messaged her one day asking her a question, and then we talked back and forth for so long that I was like, okay. So by the end, we were like, do you want to talk to my team? Do you want to talk to my team? Because I love, you guys have known me for so long now, and I love all the different personalities. And so Allie's not on even our big team at all. She's not in our big Heart Hustle Muscle team. She's under Ashley Molstead and that whole tribe. And so I love sometimes just hearing a different voice. And what Allie and I keep saying, what we love is that you're getting a different personality and a different love language, someone who feels different and thinks different. And of course, we're all very similar. And so Allie and I have a lot of similarities. As we were talking, we were like, this is something I'm struggling with, and this is something I'm good with. And I'm like, oh man, I feel I'm good in that area and struggling in this area. So it's just really fun. So the more we talk, I was like, will you share some of that with my team? Because I think there's something really exciting about just hearing a fresh voice and someone who's killing it right now. And then I just love the idea of us having a special guest. So let me introduce Allie. This is her in the bright, shiny blue background with the headband. So Allie started coaching 7 months ago. She's now a 1-star diamond. She hit diamond really quickly. She's hit Success Club 10 for all 7 consecutive months in a row. So just came out the gate and decided, I'm going to do this. You earned a spot in the test group, right? In the Transform 20? Earned her spot last month in Transform 20. Her highest Success Club was 68 points in a month, right? 68? Was it that tired? She's a team builder, a success starter, meaning she has her free ticket. Did you earn it for this year or next year?
Next year.
For next year, because you started in March or something, right? So she's got a ticket for next year already for Summit. Started in March, went diamond in April. Just one of those girls that jumped in for the business, or she can share some of her story, but jumped in and was just this is changing my life. I'm going to do the things that they're telling me to do and more. And just so much heart. If you guys, when we're done, click on her Instagram and look through her feed. She's amazing. She's fun and she's herself. And I remember that was one of the first things she said. She's like, I'm just unapologetically me. And I was like, oh, I love that. That's what we're saying all the time. She's a clear example of someone who's just herself. And people are attracted to that, right? Because the uniquely better, how can we just be ourselves? There's thousands of Beachbody coaches. How can we be uniquely better? And I think Allie's someone that's doing that. So Allie, I'm seriously just going to let you take the floor, girl. Is it your coffee?
It's gone.
That's the worst feeling ever. You fit into this team perfectly too, because
it's 9 o'clock and I'm drinking coffee.
I'm right there with you.
And I threw a hoodie on because I didn't want to put a bra on. So that's my life right now.
But Kelly, braless, you know Kelly from our thing. I literally just put one back on, and I'm rocking the party in the front, sweatpants on the bottom. So
I'm just rocking pajamas galore right now. So like she said, my name is Allie. I am 24. I am a new coach, but I'm not new to Beachbody. So I did Beachbody as a customer for about a year, but it was my way or the highway. And so I did it with Weight Watchers. I didn't do Shakeology. I thought Shakeology was the loadest of crap ever. I even lied to my upline. And to this day, she makes fun of me. I lied to my upline that I had a soy allergy. Or no, I was allergic to the stevia. So I could stay in her boot camps and not have to drink Shakeology. And so if there's anyone that was not a believer of it, you're looking at her. I had done this an entire year and only lost 35 pounds, but I started at 300 pounds. So if you can see 35 pounds off of 300 is just not that much. I got married in October. And so whenever after my wedding, I gained pretty much all of it back. And in January, new year, new me BS. I was at a giving point and I was researching weight loss surgeries and I was contemplating going and getting sleeved. Stupidest thing in my life, but I was. And I messaged my coach and I was like, something's got to give. I was like, this isn't working for me. I was like, nothing is working for me. I can't do this. And she was like, commit. She's like, the only thing I can tell you to do is commit 100% to one program. And this was right at the beginning of 80 Day Obsession. She's like, commit 80 days, drink the shakes, do the workouts, do the meal plan to the best of your ability, and see how you feel after that. And so after that, I lost 38 pounds in that 80 days. I lost over, I think, 20 some odd inches, and I had a complete transformation. It was insane. I haven't missed a day of shakes since, and by month 2, I was wanting to scream it from the rooftops. And so I decided to sign up for that discount coach thing, even though I didn't want to coach. And then by the time month 2 came around with the results, I was like, I feel amazing. Why don't other people want to feel this amazing? And so that's just kind of how I started. And I knew, I didn't know, I wanted to kind of like test the waters a little bit. And it just came kind of natural. And I hate to say that, but when you love something and it's changing your life right before your eyes, and people can see that, because I was sharing my journey on Instagram before that. If you scroll back, you see how much yo-yoing I did. It was like Weight Watchers, and then it was Beachbody, and then it was like, I've tried so many diets. And so that's kind of a little bit of the backstory around me, but y'all don't care about me. So we're going to get to what we're really talking about and what's kind of transformed my business. And so in, let's see, May, I was hitting consecutively Success Club 28 to 30 between May and June. July, I hit 50. And I'm trying to give you, so July I hit 17. I had a down spurt. It wasn't new to me anymore. I was getting burnt out because I was working around the clock, and I knew something had to give. And so in August, I was like, I've got to figure something out, because I kept going down. And I kept coming back to the word no, and my mindset on the word no. And I feel like whenever my mindset shifted on the word no is when my business shifted. I went from 17 Success Club points to 58 in August, or 68 in August. And this is why, because the word no. So many times we look at the word no and we're like, we shut down. How many of you guys, you just hear the word no and you're like, well, fuck, I just wasted a bunch of my time. I just invested so much time into this person. They said no, I need to move on. You just shut down. What if, and this is what I kind of, I'm echoing.
I don't think your video is on.
Do you hear that? Okay, we're good. And so I shifted my mindset with no. And this is what I did. I was like, okay, so what if you think about no, not as a dead end, not as the end of the conversation, but as the beginning of the conversation. And so what if we look at the word no as, okay, that's amazing. I love that. You gave me the word no. That means we're going to build this relationship. Because that's when you get that chance to build that relationship and get deeper. And so whenever I hear the word no, I'm like, okay, cool. And so I invite them and they say, no, I'm not interested. And I'm like, okay, girl, I understand. This isn't for everybody. Is there something that you're doing, or is there a fitness that you're obsessed with right now? And that shows that they've already told me the word no. So I'm no longer trying to sell them. Everybody's so thinking we're out to get them. We're out to sell them something. Like, once we hear that word no, they think, okay, she's not trying to sell me anything anymore, because she already knows whatever she got, I ain't buying. And so with asking a question after that no and trying to dig deeper, that starts building those walls down. The conversation starts at no, because that no means, okay, now we're getting somewhere. They told me no. Now I get to dig deeper. And so when you ask them, okay, you know what kind of fitness journey are you on? They're like, oh, I'm doing keto. Guess what? You get to dig deeper into that. Okay, girl, how's keto going for you? Are you loving it? And you're just showing genuine interest. They don't want to be some kind of sold customer that you're trying to acquire. You guys, we're people. Like, we're people person, whatever that saying is. We are in the business of talking to people. We're not in the business of selling shit. We say that all the time. We are in the business of helping people. And so why do we automatically shut down with the word no? If we are in this to help people, just because they say no doesn't mean they don't need help. It just means we need to dig deeper. How many times did you guys say no first to Whitney? Exactly. So what if she would have given up on you? Like, what if she would not have kept talking to you? You would not be here listening to me with no Ron. I mean, that's the thing. It's like, we are so quick to shut down on no, but we told our coaches no, or we watched our coaches. And so why do we feel like we're any different? Like, oh my God, I get all these no's. Like, I must be the only coach that get all these no's. Like, these elite coaches, they don't get no's. That's why they're successful. Listen, if you don't get no's, there's something wrong with you. This game is to get the most no's, because that means next month you're going to get the most yeses. Because that second they give you that no, they're watching you like a hawk. Because they know you have something to offer them and that you care because you asked that question. Are they going to always reply back to you asking about their fitness journey? Are they going to always reply back to you asking, how keto's going? No, most likely not. But you showed that you cared and that you have heart and that you're not just out there to sell someone something. But at the end of the day, they will need to know that you have something to offer them. And so if we take this whole emotional thing off of no, and they're just like, you know what? You said no? Okay. Like, okay, that's cool. Like, not a big deal. Can we still be friends? Like, that's basically how this is, because like we say, we're in the business of helping people. And so I know it's hard. I know it's hard not to shut down. And I did it for so long, but when you shut down with the word no, you just start spinning your wheels because you're not following up with those people. And then you're not building those relationships. And so you don't get to know those people. I cannot tell you guys how many of my Success Club points last month started with the word no. And I just asked them how they're feeling, how they're doing. And you break down those little walls, because we all have them. We're on social media. We don't want to tell our deepest, darkest secrets to some Susan down the street. Like, no, we don't. We don't know Susan. Susan's weird. Like, we don't want to tell our deepest, darkest. But if you get to know Susan and she actually shows that she is interested in you, then they're going to start talking. It's kind of like the girl at the hair salon. She like asks you one question and you tell her your whole life story as you're sitting there. That's basically what we're doing. We're that girl at the supermarket that they're not, or that hair girl, whatever, that they can tell everything to that has nothing to do. And those little things they give you as they're venting their soul to you are pain points. And I'm going to tell you something, you want to feel comfortable. Have you heard much about Beachbody On Demand or something like that? And they're like, no. Those people that give you one-word answers or two-word answers are telling you no right now. They are telling you no, and so you need, and I do this all the time, and some people's personalities aren't like this, but like Whitney said, I'm kind of like a no BS person, and so I'll call them out like that. I'm like, okay, girl, I know you said you wanted to lose weight, and I know you said you're excited about this. I keep getting these one or two word answers. Where's your head at? Like, what's holding you back? There's something else they're not telling you. Your job as a coach is to get those pain points. So it means you're going to ask a ton of questions. That is basically our job, is just to ask enough questions to get to that pain point. Because if we never get to that pain point, then we're never going to really help these people. And so if they're and that's what our job is, to kind of see those red flags. And so a couple red flags that I always get is if they say yes, no, and that's it. Or if they say no, or if they ignore messages. If they ignore my message, that's my favorite part. That means they're saying no, but they don't even like to feel like saying no. See, you guys, if you look at this with a different mindset of, oh my God, I love when they read my messages. That means I get to call them out on their BS. Like, that's how I am. And so you just kind of got to look at it as okay, cool. I love challenges, because no is a challenge and I'm a challenge. Like, I like to like challenge ninja. I like to get over those. And so when they read it, I'll just message them back and I'll be like, girl, I saw you read my message. I didn't mean to make you feel uncomfortable at all. I am just obsessed with this program and I really want to just shoot it from the rooftop. How can somebody get mad at me if I say that, right? Like, would you, if you read my message, you'd be like, oh my God, I'm sorry. You know, I was just had a lot going on. I have those all the time. And then I get to start a conversation. And so you guys, if you guys can tell, the one main thing is just switching your mindset on it and thinking of no, not as a closed door, but as you're getting the door open. Because every single no ends up a yes eventually. Listen, that every single no will end up in a yes. It just depends on how long. And so those people that you're talking to right now that are saying no to you, if you let them go because you feel defeated, they're going to be my Success Club points 3 months from now. And I mean, I kind of like y'all. I don't want you giving me, clients. And so you've got to keep up with those no's. And that's why big thing is follow. Or if someone was, if they're icky to you, I don't use your guidance. But if they're just saying no because they don't think they can, or because if they're like me, they're only going to be doing that one thing for a month, maybe 2 max. And then they're going to be feeling defeated. And then another Beachbody coach is going to read. So you've got to have a good follow-up system. I love Google Street, but if you're a pen and paper person, bless your soul, because I tried it. I can't do it. But have a good system. And just please don't look at no as the end, because it's not the end. It is seriously a couple of my favorite ones. So we have, there's 3 objections that we ever get, right? Money, time, commitment level. Those are the 3 objections we ever get. And so your goal really is just to become an objection ninja with those and learn pain points. They have their confidence in themselves. I've failed more times than I like to admit, and I won't admit that because I have pride. I do now, but before I wouldn't. People who don't have the money. I do not want you to be afraid. Don't like robot that's trying to sell them shit on the internet, like It Works representatives. That's basically what we're showing, is that we are the classy MLM. And so we care about people. We're here to change people's lives. And so if you say, like, what are you saying? I didn't I push back again. I feel
did it for a little while, and he didn't like it for this reason or that reason or whatever. Like, do you still love it? And it's like, I feel like they're like, yeah, I really love it. Thanks again so much for thinking of me. Like, they try to keep closing me.
Yeah. And so that's when you just love and release. If they've, and so I just ask them, like the rest of your life. It's a little direct, but I like to be a little, direct and be like, okay, so, and if they're like, yeah, like I love eating like this, then I know they're not ready. And there's no reason to push anymore. And then I will tell them how happy I am for them. I will tell them I hope that they're getting the best results, and I'll follow up in a month. Because we know that that way of eating is not sustainable. But I always show that I care. So with keto, this is a key one that I really show them that I care, because I did a little research on keto. Not much, because that hurts my head, but I did, if they cut their if they cut their carbs and stuff way too low, they'll start passing out and stuff like that. So I always just tell them, I hope you're really careful and don't cut your carbs down way too low, because I just don't want to see anything happen to you.
Yeah.
That's planting a seed right there that, oh my God, I'm doing something that could potentially hurt me. And it's planting the seed that, oh my God, she cares if I pass out. Like, she won't even hardly know me, but that's so sweet. And so I always, with the keto, that's a touchy because it's so freaking popular right now. And so I always just try to dig a little deeper. But if they're posting frequently about it right now, I'll just kind of show that I care, put a little concern in their head, and love and release until I follow up with them. Because I feel like if we're always nice and or even like if you take it a little bit away from the subject, or anything, like let you know about it and invite you. But I totally understand if this isn't a good time. Is this a good time? ? Or are you interested ? If they read it again, then I'll give them 30 days.
What if you followed up in 30 days and they
I
saw that
follow up
message?
every 30 days for 3 months, and then I move it to
For 3 months.
and then I move it to like every other month, like 60 days. Because I don't ever want anyone to give up on me. And I knew that if somebody ever gave up on me, that made me feel kind of shitty. And so I believe full and wholeheartedly that this is for every single person out there. And that especially if I see something in them, then I'm going to follow up with them until my last breath. Because I ain't going nowhere. And I know they ain't either because they're just using it for fun. So, I mean, it literally takes 2 seconds to follow up with somebody. You paste a follow-up script in there and call it a day. Like it's not that big of a deal. And so I don't ever not follow up with anybody. I just move it like the distance. After 6 months, I'll do a year follow-up, like annual follow-up, but I haven't got that far because I'm still a baby coach.
Cool. Thank you.
You're welcome. You got anything else? Hi, Kelly.
I'm my spirit animal. I don't have a bra on. I'm in my sweatpants. So
I'm in shorts because my butt gets really sweaty when I talk on team calls, and so I have to wear shorts. I know I get really passionate when my butt gets super sweaty, and then my chairs, it's bad. Sorry.
my question for you is about coaching. Obviously, how many invites for coaching and then for challengers are you sending out a day?
I'm so bad at coaching invites, and like every single day it's on my to-do list, and every single day of like I'm bad at coaching. But challenge group at the beginning I sent 60 every single day.
60.
Sent 60 challenge group invites every single day. Now I send 60 every other day because I've grown my social media pretty good, and so I've got some attraction marketing, and I don't want to get myself overwhelmed where I can't actually have genuine conversations because I got to that point. And so then I just reduced it to every other day to have time to follow up. And then on the weekends, I don't send, I just send follow-ups. So like now I'll send 60 on Monday, Tuesday I'll send follow-ups, Wednesday I'll send 60, Thursday, and I just do that. And then on the weekends, I just do my inboxes. But coaching invites are on my to-do list. I get a lot of my coaches from like challenge groups. So after 30 days, I will start talking to every single one of them about coaching. Hey, Kate.
Hi. Hey, question. So I'm a busy mama bear. How long does it take you realistically to do your 60?
I am a busy mama too. And yeah, I've got a 3-year-old and she's a little hellion. So trust me, I get it. I was like working with her on my shoulders today. My 60, I break it up. And so I break it up to 10 every hour. And so I just kind of I have alarms on my phone because that's how I function is I have to be told what to do like a 30-year-old. And so every time my alarm goes off, I will either snooze it if I'm not ready or I'll sit down and shoot out 10 invites real quick. And I know there's mixed reviews about I use a script and I just personalize it. So I'll just add one personalized sentence in there so it doesn't really seem really crummy in a script. But that's what I do. So realistically, probably an hour if I sat down and did them all at one time.
Okay, thanks.
And then I start with my likes, or I start with my comments and then my likes and then people who watch my story. And then if I ran out of those, I just went alphabetical in my followers.
That's what I was just about to ask. So I love that. Did everyone hear that? It's what we talk about all the time. But like, Allie,
yeah, and if anyone wants to go to my,
that it works.
and then if anyone is like obsessed with learning about Instagram, I have a 3-day Instagram training on my YouTube page. I can put that in the chat so you guys can get that. I do a 3-day how to grow your Instagram and like how I did it, and then content creation and all my favorite apps. I don't know if any of you guys probably don't know me on Instagram, but a lot of people find it helpful. That's what everybody has me do team calls on. So I was gonna, let me send that to you guys, just my channel. And if that helps you guys, oh my freaking God, this thing. Do we have any more questions? I hope this was helpful. I know it was pretty much just a lot of me talking. I hate when that happens on team calls. That's why I like questions.
It's good though. It's good because we wanted to hear you and what you had to say. So yeah, guys, you have a couple minutes.
I have a quick question.
What's up, Peyton?
Hi. Okay, so I'm a brand new coach. I just started in August. I'm like a freshman
Yay.
in college, so I'm trying to start the market like with college girls and trying to get them involved. The number one thing is that they can't afford it. Do I then break it down and offer the 12 months? Do you think I stick with the challenge pack and kind of keep going with that?
I don't personally, because I don't want to discredit what we've got, and I don't want to have anyone join my challenge group if they're not 100% ready. And so my thought process, and this is again with just mindset, is I know pretty much anybody can afford this because I believe in the price wholeheartedly. And if I start breaking it down, offering 6 months, 3 months, all this other stuff, that means I'm discrediting what I originally offered.
Okay.
And it's kind of like a car dealership. You know that they're starting high and you're going to try to like dwindle down. I don't want them to, and they'll start dwindling the value of that down. And so personally, I don't. If they want the 12, like if they say, I just want the workouts, like I refuse, then I'll send them that. But I don't let them, like I don't do my one option or anything with that. So I let them know the value in doing the challenge pack. For another $70, they get me as their coach. And I've already talked enough value because at the end of the day, I'm not selling Beachbody. Like, you guys all sell Beachbody. There's nothing special. Like there's nothing, they can get Beachbody from anyone, but the only place they can get me is me. And so I believe that I am worth the extra $70 to get coaching from me. And then I'll never discredit my value. And so I personally believe in the shakes because they changed my life. After January, I've lost 80 pounds now, or 70 pounds since January. And so I'll never, no, I don't, but that's again with the mindset of it. I'd probably lose people that way, but
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, no, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay. I have another one again. Sorry.
You're fine, girl.
So, I'm a new coach too, and Kelly's
welcome.
Thank you.
Kelly's all the new coaches with.
Kelly's probably going to kill me for this. But so what I did is I started a challenge group and I got some good traction on it, but I think I made a mistake. So I'm in my warm market right now. And it's like all of my best buddies, pretty much my close circle. And they're kind of all in it for free. So how do I go from not insulting them and not being an ass to, come on guys, you're wasting my time. Let's get a challenge pack. Like I'm looking for the proper etiquette to not offend my warm market. The cold market, I don't care. I don't have a problem with that.
Yeah.
But
I would just use that as a free group. And so you can literally just start treating that as a free group and start inviting people to that as a free group, putting quality content in there, keep your friends in there, and start planting those seeds of, oh, I'm drinking my Shakeology and it's doing this for me. And I've never ran a free group, but that's how I would probably do that and transition it into your free group as you invite people to that. And then just create another challenge group and just invite them all to your challenge group and let them know that they need a challenge pack to be part of that challenge group. So I would just transition that into your free group since you're technically already doing that as your free group.
right. Okay, good. Thank you.
You're welcome. And there's lots of GTS, Google that shit. There's a bunch of stuff on free groups. That's not my
I have another question.
What's up, Kel?
Challenge groups in the app, or do you do Facebook? Or do you do
Facebook.
both?
I tried the app and we all fail forward. So your client, like I have mine are young moms and just young people in general because I'm 24 years old. And I tried the Challenge Tracker app. I like to go live because I feel like they can feed off my energy with that. And I like to have everything in one place. I feel like with the Challenge Tracker app, people were forgetting about it. They did like to be able to log their stuff to see it, but they forgot about it because it was another app they had to have. And so I did it for one challenge group and it failed because I hate recording videos, adding them to YouTube. I'm a mom. I ain't got time for all that. And so I just do Facebook. And if they don't have Facebook, I have a text thread. So like I have a text message thread with all my non-Facebook users that they'll like text me in that thread to check in. But if they really want to be part of the group, they'll get a fake Facebook account like I tell them to and use it just for that group.
Okay, I was just curious what you do because I can't get out of my original one from January right now. Like I keep seeing it every month and I keep saying, I'm going to get out of it. And it's like 200 people in it, but it's like, it's every month fades with who's active and who's not. Do you know what I mean? So I just need to like
That's when I did that because I do like continuous ones. So every month I'll do different waves of people into them. And so I just always end up switching it out after the end of the first round and just invite all the people who are still in it to my new one. That's what I'm in. And if if they don't want to get in it, then that's up to them. I'm not going to force them to. I'm not going to track anyone down if they're not going to request access.
Such a hogger. I'm sorry. One more question.
You're fine.
People who joined you for 80 days and didn't finish 80 days, ghosted you, aren't in your challenge groups anymore, but you're still coaching. You're their coach, right? And they want to be in your groups, but if they don't open the app or they don't participate in the Facebook group, what do you do with them?
Are they still active?
Ish.
Like, or is their account active?
Yes.
Okay, if their account's active, I mean, if they want to be in there, they can, but I'm not going to invest any time into them.
Okay. So you just say, if you want my service, if you want my coaching, this is where I'm offering it. I'm not going to like one-on-one you on the side.
Yeah, no, because I feel like if they're not being like an active like coach and not hitting Success Club or anything like that, I'm not putting, and again, that might sound, but at the end of the day, we're adults and we know that. I always tell my girls, I do this for you. I don't do this for me. Like, I don't do this for anything but to help you guys. So if you guys don't utilize it and you fail at the end, I know it's not because of what I did. I know it's because you didn't utilize the tools that I gave you and you didn't reply to my messages. I use Google Streak to send every single one of them emails if they don't reply. I know at the end of the day I can sleep if they cancel or if they fall off because that's on them.
Perfect. Thank you.
Jill, wonder if it's, I don't know if any of those were me. Do we have anything else? I love this. Y'all are so interactive. I love questions. They make me happy. And I like the ones that catch me off guard because they make me better. Because again, I really don't know what I'm doing. Just kind of faking it till I make it because I'm still a baby coach. And so.
Okay, I have a question.
Hi, Cassie.
Hi. Okay, so I am in the process of trying to reach out to some of my cold market people now on Instagram. Like Instagram I found is just, I've had a lot more. I also have to be a little bit wary of my Facebook because I do have like clients in my real job. So I have to kind of keep my Facebook closed. So I'm growing Instagram. And do you find it at all like difficult to transfer people, like especially the cold market people, from Instagram to like whatever you're using for your groups? Or is
no,
it
I always just shoot them welcome. I have welcome emails that I shoot all of them. And they'll just, I have two, one for like my discount coaches that they'll request like to add me on Facebook and they'll add the groups. And again, we're adults. If we can't follow simple directions, then I feel bad for them. But no, 100% of my business is on Instagram. I don't have any Facebook business. And so I always just tell them, okay, I'm going to send you 2 welcome emails. Make sure you read them through and request access to the groups. And if they don't do it, then.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, if they don't do it or they don't follow through, like, I almost feel like I want to, like I don't want to not, because the accountability group is, like, such a big part of who we are.
But you probably emphasize that within the conversation, so they know that's what they're getting. And so I feel like if they're not requesting access, then that means they're just being lazy. And they can obviously see on the link that it's showing that they need to add to a group. And so I do sign at a pretty high volume, so I can't like babysit everybody. But I feel like we don't need to be babysit, that we're doing this because we want to, not because we're being forced to. And so we should be able to add ourselves to a link.
Right. Okay, thanks.
You're welcome. Well, this was fun. Do we have any more before we go? Since you're Insta Queen, do you think there's benefit to do a fun handle like yours versus a name? I like my fun handle. I get a lot of people follow me because of my handle. But I would do it something that's really like resonates with you, that you are like obsessed with. That's part of your brand. So margaritas are for sure part of my brand, and I'm trying to get some muscles somewhere. And so, but my husband makes fun of me. He's like, some days you have more margaritas than muscles. And I'm like, screw you too. But yeah, I like to. Some people, like some of the big marketing people would say against it, but it's personally worked for me. I get a lot of people following me that they're like, I'm already obsessed with you because I love your handle. Or I get people shout me out because of my handle. So I like it. But again, that's all preference. I know Ashley Molstad, she was Foodie Girl Fitness. Now she switched hers to Ashley Molstad because she wants, like, she's her brand. But I feel like mine's not, like, I'm not going by that. It's just part of my brand. And at the end of the day, we're just us. Like, we're selling us. And so if that's part of me, that's part of me. Good question, Kelly. Oh. But yeah, Instagram.
I think you answered this the other day when we were talking about, Kelly asked, do you put people in your challenge group that don't buy shakes in the second month?
I tell them, like, I'm going to kick them out because I tell them that, but personally I don't, because I don't tell them. I just, after like the first group, I say, okay, if you're still drinking Shakeology, request access. But personally, I didn't drink Shakeology my entire first year, and I don't want to shy away a rock star like myself because I'm pretty awesome, I think. And so if that one person that didn't believe in Shakeology, I let in my group for an entire year, and after the year they come to me like they did me, and I, like, they became me, then I wouldn't want to shy anyone away from that. And my mindset is, if I have that person in my group, like, I'm not going to be I don't do the one-on-one check-ins with the people who aren't drinking Shakeology. So I only send my one-on-one check-ins. I have a Google Streak for the people who are inactive, and they're in there, and I don't check in on them. But the active people I check in with, so they do know there's value to being active. But they don't take any extra work for me. And so personally, I let them stay in my group just because I know that I was one of those non-believers at one point. Good question. How's Transfer 20 group? Oh, going good. Sean's gone in there live a lot. He twerked in there a little bit. Oh yeah, did some. I got my step. Let me see. Hi, can you guys see that? Oh yeah, so it's going good. I had to take my pictures. Yeah, that was a little brutal because I've been eating like a butthole these past few weeks, but we're good. So yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait for all of you guys to see it. I can't wait till I get to start. We start, I think, Monday. I don't even know what all I can say. This is my first one. I'm such a newbie, such a rookie. But thank you guys for having me tonight. I guess we don't have any more questions. I'll let you guys get back to your babies. I'm going to go eat some jalapeno popcorn and watch some Florida Bama Shore.
I love it. Allie, you are awesome. We love you. Thanks for your time. And I know we're taking away from your own work and your own team and all that jazz. So thanks for loving on us and pumping us up.
You're
and
fine. I hope this was
a different voice.
Yeah, y'all are awesome. Thank you for having me, and I hope you guys took some good nuggets from this. And you guys have a good night.
Yeah. All right, team. Rock the week. We'll talk to you later. Bye.